Hello Libra, welcome to my channel and thank you for taking the time up to watch this video. This is a general work career reading for Libra for June the 26th to the 8th of July 2018. I put the decks I'm using down in the description box, so please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if these messages resonate with you. I'm using the Angels of Abundance cards to start off with, just to give us a general energy reading. And I'll just shuffle and cut this deck. I have shuffled it before. I just draw two cards. So the first card is Bountiful Nature, and it says spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go inside and enjoy a walk or a hike with your pet, meditate beneath the tree, garden, or sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with infinite vastness. So you need to reconnect with nature. And the second one is pay yourself first. Make sure yourself, your most important financial obligation is to yourself by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and in your future. So you take care of yourself first, and then you take care of the rest of the world. So I'm using the Bright Idea deck for the main reading. I've shuffled this deck as well. I'm just going to do a quick shuffle and then cut it. Okay, so the first card is Controlling or Restraint, and it says that you need to get a grip on your feelings and emotions and bring some order back into your emotional life. Maybe you've been a bit upset about things, but you need to stand back and really, as this is crowd control how you're feeling and don't be overwhelmed by your emotions. And that is the first, the energies of the cards. So the main situation is that you've reached a conclusion in whatever project you've been doing. It is something that you are now going to present to the world, present to others. People are going to see this end product, and you're excited, worried. This is a very important moment for you, and you've done it after a lot of planning and preparation, and a lot of studying has gone into the production of whatever this idea, whatever this energy is that you want to put out. So you've had a lot of bumps in the road. You've managed to steer clear of it, and you're now, heading towards the finish line, if you like. So in the past year or so, there's been some sort of loss where you have been feeling isolated, left out, quite miserable. You've had to rely a lot on yourself for your own well-being and support, not getting any support from others, be it financial or emotional. So you've been doing this, you went it alone. You've gone and done this by yourself, and you've been feeling a sense of loss, depression, a bit miserable, and you're going through some hardship. You went through some hardship. And you've had a position in the last 3 months of authority. Maybe you've been a person in authority, or somebody in authority may have been giving you a hard time as well. So either way, you've been associated with this authority figure. Either you as a person who has, been told what to do, or maybe this person has not been very helpful and have been, they've been directing you and in charge of you. Or you could have been that person in authority where you've been a bit ruthless, giving people a lot of instructions, not really getting very emotionally involved. Maybe you're a boss of a company and you wanted it done your way or no way at all. So that could be the situation in the last 3 months. On your mind is that you've been following your own instincts. You've been doing it very cautiously. You wanted to throw in the rule book and do it your way. But you've actually opted now to just take it easy and feel your way through the problem. So you've been treading very carefully within the situation. It's been like a tightrope, but you've been treading very, very carefully and feeding your way through the situation. And the card going into the future is advancement. So there is movement within this. This is the Chariot card, and all barriers will be broken down. You have got enough willpower. You are in the driver's seat at the moment. You're very optimistic, and you know that things will happen. This you've got a lot of confidence, and you're willing to just break down any kind of obstacles that come in your way and get the job done. So you have been a bit obsessed with this particular job that you've been doing. It's been the only thing on your mind. You have been, maybe you've asked for some advice from other people, but you've been very detail orientated in this particular task. You've been, using a lot of science within to solve your problems, but also you've been making sure that you've dotted the I's, crossed the T's, looked at all the little details in it. You've handled it very, very scientifically, very logically, and you are, you're a bit obsessed with it, so you're making sure that it's done perfectly. You've been looking for perfection in that particular task. And it is something, maybe you've taken an old idea and you've remodeled it into something that you can use now in the modern world, something that is quick and more cheaply produced, and you can mass produce it, and you've had to make a decision whether to do it the old-fashioned way, which took a longer time, cost more. You needed to have a lot, experts doing it, or you've decided to do it the other way, where you've gone to like a mass production situation. You're producing it, it's cheaper, it's available to more people. It is something that everybody can use. So maybe you've taken an idea that's been very restricted to one person, to only people who could afford it, and you've brought it now to the world and have made it available for everybody to be able to afford. So you've done quite a big thing. It's been an invention in a kind of a way. And your fears is that people won't be happy with it, that you might have to leave that idea behind and walk away from it, and go take your idea somewhere else. So that has been your biggest fear, that it'll be rejected by people. So the last outcome card is, it looks like your idea will pay off, because there's a celebration there. It seems like it's going to be a roaring success. Whatever you've done is going to get great recognition, and a lot of people are going to, there's a cake and candles and presents, so there's a lot of commendations from people, a lot of recognition, and everybody's happy. There might be launch parties, there might be a lot of publicity involved with this particular idea. And this idea had required a lot of decisions need to be made, logical decisions. It has to go step by step, planning, strategic planning, and time management, good time management. So all of that has had to go into this particular situation, so that it can come out as as a success. And still, you've got to still strategize, and you still got to think logically, and a lot of decisions have to be made still within this. So you still have to maintain your ideas, maintain your balance, make sure that you have good strategies and good time management, and take things one step at a time. Make sure you think through things very carefully before you do anything. And of course, because of all this hard work, you are going to be needing some sort of rest. You are feeling very satisfied now that you've brought this plan out, that it's now at its conclusion, and you are now, after all that hard work, needing to take some time off. This rest is only temporary. There is more hard work to come, but for now, enjoy your comfort, enjoy your relaxation. because you need it so that you can have energy to continue the next phase. And also, after all the hard work you've done, you also need a bit of a break, and you might need to take a holiday, go somewhere scenic, go somewhere back to nature. And even this, the angel card says, you need to go back to nature, so you need to recharge your batteries. So I'm just going to draw 3 cards from the Fairy Tarot to give some advice. So I've shuffled this deck. I'm just going to draw 3 cards. So the first card is Strength. The grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness, time to embrace new and wonderful things, and how wonderful you are. So you've got the strength to do this particular task, and you can overcome any kind of obstacles. With this card, the Chariot card, it seems like you've got the strength to overcome any barriers. You'll break through any barriers effortlessly. You've got the tools as well to break through those barriers. And the second card is the Ace of Winter. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It is important to communicate clearly and accurately amazing ideas that should be implemented. So you can actually break through these barriers. It's going to be easy for you to do it. You must speak your truth very clearly, and make sure that all your new ideas get put into play. And the last card is the Four of Winter. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, and a vacation. So even this card is saying, you've been overworking. You do need to take a bit of a break. Because, stress is also not a good thing. It's not good for your health. And you don't want to get into a position where you're so stressed out that you can't think and work anymore. So the overall theme is, whatever obstacles there are, you are going to overcome it. Whatever you've done is going to be a success, and you need to get some rest. Examine the situation carefully and make sure that you are implementing all these new ideas that you had, and leave the past in the past. So if you had a feeling of loss, that was a stepping stone to get you to where you are today. So overall, really good outcome. I hope this reading has helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.